Welcome to our today's episode. This is episode 8. And today we are privileged to have one of the teachers who has taught really many years. So can you kindly introduce yourself briefly?
Okay. Thank you very much. My name is Simon Mutua. I was born in Mikoini, Machakos Sub-County, Machakos County.
Okay.
I learned in Mikoini Primary for 7 years, did my CPE in 1974, and then joined City High School in Nairobi in 1975 up to 1978 when I did my ESCE.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah.
So how many years have you taught?
I have taught for 38 years.
38 years.
Yeah.
And when did your passion start for teaching?
My passion for teaching started even when I was in secondary school.
In secondary school?
When we closed the schools, I normally came to the nearest primary school where I was given the classes to teach. Yeah, I liked that. Even when I was training, I was in college. During the vacations, I normally taught at my home primary school.
Home primary school?
Yeah.
So that is during your college years?
Yeah.
But before college, before going to the teaching college, you had studied in your secondary school?
Yeah.
In secondary school, before you chose to be a teacher, did you have any motivation from the teachers or in the environment around you? What really happened?
In fact, I was motivated by my primary head teacher, who was always smart and was teaching us very well. He was teaching us English, and from then, I like the language.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that is good.
He is late Peter Musela. Yeah.
So he used to teach you English?
Yeah.
That is wonderful. So that is where your passion started?
Yeah.
So during that time, you still used to go to school at 8 a.m. and then complete at 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
From there, you went to secondary school?
I went to secondary.
So how did you study so that you can pass in secondary school?
In fact, my secondary school was a private school.
A private school.
And we were doing half day.
Half day?
Yeah. It was not a full day because private schools by then were commercial schools in Nairobi.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you studied in Nairobi?
Yeah. Yeah. So we were normally going in the morning and we were ending at 1.
At 1?
Yeah. But I normally had my own schedule for my studies at home. Before, I normally woke up at 4, studied up to 5, and then prepared myself, and I usually left for school.
For school?
Yeah, because my father was working with Kenya Posts and Telecommunications by then.
So you were living with your parents in Nairobi?
Yeah.
Hey, that is good they took you there, because I see most parents, they leave their children back at home in the rural area and then they go to work.
Yeah.
That was good because it molded you.
Yeah.
Did you have any exposure to other things when you were in primary school in Nairobi? That was different from the students who are at your rural home in Mikoini?
Yeah, normally in Nairobi, I liked Nairobi and the school because we are all mixed as Kenyans.
Okay.
In our class, even we had Asians, whom I thought were clever people, but normally topped the class sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You topped the class?
Yeah.
That means you had good study methods?
Yeah.
So did you study in the evening or?
In the evening, I normally prepared my supper from 6 up to 1, up to 7. And then I had to study up to around 11.
11?
Yeah. Then woke up at 4 again.
And that was your secondary?
Yeah.
In secondary school?
That was my secondary school.
Then you went to college to study teaching?
Yeah.
Did you choose it or you were just told to go for teaching?
No, I chose teaching. In fact, I wanted journalism and the teaching. Those were my choices. But I missed the journalism. Yeah.
So you took teaching?
I took teaching and I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah.
So, can you tell us a few schools that you've taught?
In 1980, I was posted, that was on 17th February, I was posted to Nzoila Primary School, Kibwezi Sub-County, Makueni County. By then it was also part of Machakos County. Okay. It was part of Machakos District. So I taught there as an trained teacher for only 2.5 months. And then I was admitted in college.
In college.
That is Siriba Teachers College, presently Maseno University.
Maseno University.
Yeah.
In Siriba, did you have were the college teachers good, the lecturers, or you needed to study for yourself when you were there?
No, the lecturers were very good.
They were very good.
In fact, most of them, even I remember their names. Like the one who taught me history was Mr. Ramburu.
Mr. Ramburu.
Yeah. Yeah. And the principal was Mr. Ngonda.
Okay.
The deputy principal was Mr. Mugondo. I remember them.
You remember?
Because they were good too.
Yes, they were good. What important thing did they tell you about teaching that you've used in all your years in teaching? Something that they told you, your teachers during that time in college?
In fact, they taught us that teaching is a noble job. And it is handling pupils. So it is a kind of molding the children. God has done his work, and the parents have done their work, and now it is you to make them good Kenyans and the good leaders in the future.
True.
Yeah.
So from there you completed your college, and then you went to your first posting.
Yeah, I completed in March 1982.
1982.
Yeah.
So you were immediately, during that time you were posted immediately, not like...
We were posted immediately. Whether you passed the college exam or not, all the students who were in colleges were posted.
Immediately.
All over Kenya. Yeah, and they were given posting to the districts. Then from the district you were given posting to the school.
To the school.
Yeah.
So you went to your first school.
My first school, I was posted to Kiaoni.
Kiaoni.
Primary school.
Primary school.
That was in 1982, May.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was it?
It was a good school. Although compared to my home place, it was kind of, it was rural. It was a rural school. It was not developed as such. Because some of the classrooms were mud classrooms. Where I complained very much because I had never seen a mud classroom.
Yes,
that was my first time. I remember telling the head teacher that I would not be teaching those children who are in those mud classrooms unless the parents build permanent classes. Yeah.
And then what happened?
I encouraged them.
You encouraged them?
I encouraged them to build permanent classrooms because the parents were willing. But when you talk about classroom, they were talking about bringing posts so that they can make a mud classroom. So I encouraged them to make bricks and build permanent classrooms.
Okay.
And they did it.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So the students were able to learn in good
classroom. In fact, there was a problem. Those children learning in those permanent classrooms, you comparing with those who were learning in the mud classrooms, they thought they were inferior. Inferior because of they are given the mud classrooms and the senior. Imagine the lower primary children were given the mud classrooms.
So they felt inferior.
Yeah.
And that was a good change that you made.
Yeah.
So,
in fact, Kiaoni Primary, the first lot of bricks they built, they made, they were able to build permanent classrooms and offices. Even even the offices, the staff houses, plus the offices were all mud. Yeah, I remember sitting in a mud staff room.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you also had to live in a mud one.
Yeah. But after that, they constructed all the buildings. And then later, they even, before I left the school, after about 6 years, they had already made a foundation for a secondary school, which is now there.
Which is now there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is wonderful.
Yeah.
And from there you went to which station?
From Kibwezi, I was posted to my home school. That is Mikuini Primary, where I learned the primary education.
The primary education.
But I just taught in Mikuini for only 3 years.
Only 3 years?
That was 1988, 89, and 90.
In 90?
Yeah.
Did you have any challenges when you were teaching in your home area school?
Yeah, there were challenges.
For example?
When, like, the people of the community, they thought this is just Mutua's son. Yeah. So they think you are not different from what you were.
Yes.
But after some time, they realized that I was not the same son of Mutua. They thought.
Okay.
Because I taught very well. I normally liked Kiswahili. I liked the social studies, CRE, and I taught. When you teach well, normally the parents even know through the pupils.
Yes, true.
Yeah. So they start appreciating you. Yeah.
Was there...
So some of those challenges, when you do well, you overcome some of the challenges.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other challenge that you overcame? Just mentioning a few so that other teachers who are incurring the same challenges can know that if you do your job well, the challenges will go away when you teach in your home area.
Yeah, in your home area, maybe you will have some of your former colleagues whom you were studying together.
Yes.
So because they will not perform, they will not support you. They want to pull you back.
Okay.
So you have to be encouraged. You have to be brave, and they show them you have changed. You are another person.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the same colleagues also have their children. You taught some of their children, right?
Yeah.
So you handled that challenge because you're trying to correct them.
Yeah. Yes.
And they have that picture.
Yeah.
Okay. So what?
So when you are working even in your home school, don't think you are working in the home school. Think that you are a professional Kenyan teacher and that you are teaching a school like any other school in Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. But some of the teachers, when they come to their home schools, they don't practice their professionalism. They think that it is a home school. So maybe they are not serious as they would be in another place. Yeah. Yeah.
So from there you went to which other station?
After working in Mikuini, I applied for deputyship.
Yes.
And I did an interview and I qualified. Then I was posted as a deputy to General Mlinga Primary School in Kadiani.
Okay.
Which was by then, it was just starting. Yeah. It was just starting. I was the first deputy of the school.
Oh, that is wonderful.
Yeah.
So as a deputy, you were in charge of discipline.
I was in charge of discipline.
So today are some of the indiscipline cases that you saw and they recurred in other schools, so that you can know how to deal with them and how you dealt with them.
Yeah. Some of the indiscipline cases are mostly for the adolescents. They want to show off.
Yes.
So number one, you have to know that they are in that particular stage.
Yes.
So for the adolescents, they want to show off.
Yes.
So number one, you have to know that they are in that particular stage.
Yes.
So when you are dealing with any discipline case, first you must find the root cause before you deal with it. Yeah. You talk to them, individually. Then maybe if it needs a group or even a class or even in the whole school, you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was there any other challenge? In discipline case, sorry.
In discipline cases, there are many things. Some of the children they practice even stealing.
Yes.
Other people's properties.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did you deal with that?
That one I normally took time to find out whether it is true.
Yes.
That a child has stolen, and then after that you sit down with the child before you do anything. You make sure that child knows it is wrong and why it is wrong. Yeah, and by that time finally we were beating them, and then we were also giving them manual work. Yeah. Yeah. Also we all usually called the parents.
Okay.
Unamwambia huyo amefanya hii na hii. Unakubali. Mtoto anasema. The child says it is true. And then the parent will also assist in correcting that.
Oh, most parents were very positive.
Yeah, they were positive. Others were not positive. Yeah.
And
so those who were not positive, you need also to take time to talk to them.
Oh, okay.
Because you are also a leader. Hata mzazi, kuna mzazi anaweza kuwa ajui. They don't know or they want to back the child. They don't want to be told that their child is a thief.
Yes.
So unamwambia we want to change this child. And if you don't want, then the problem will be yours later. So let me help you.
And through that they want to change.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In fact, when there is cooperation between the parents and the teachers, the discipline cases are minimal. Yeah.
Okay.
Because the parents also need to play a great role.
Yes.
Like nowadays, I see the parents are not supporting the teachers. They back their pupil, their children. Yeah. That is a big problem to the teachers because all the burden of correcting the child is on the side of the teacher. Yeah.
So as a parent, what do you think how should they help in the school to help to curb any discipline that the child has, and also to help the school to mold this child? So as a parent, what do you think they should do as a teacher?
The child, as a parents, they should be cooperative. They should come to school when they are needed, and they should also talk to their children, advise them, guide them on education and the importance of discipline in learning. In fact, when the children are not disciplined, there is no performance. Yeah, to perform, the children must be disciplined first, then the performance comes later. Yeah.
It's good you had that encounter.
Yeah.
So now you are deputy in that school.
Yeah.
And now you're molding the students. Did the school perform well?
The school performed well. That was Kadiani zone. Finally, we were position 2 out of 30 schools. And that is the time when I was promoted. I did not do any interview. I was promoted to be a head teacher in the Daini primary school. That was in 1996.
In 1996.
After 5 years.
Being a deputy.
Yeah.
That was soon, very soon. It's
very
because
soon,
of your
yeah,
work.
yeah.
So what study methods did you use at General Mulinge?
Normally the children, we guided the children. There was the normal classroom teaching, and then we had grouped the children in groups. So during remedial teaching, they were sitting in groups. There was a leader in every group. So they used also to study on their own. Even in the morning. In the morning, during remedial teaching in the morning, the teachers did not have a duty roller. Yule alikuja mapema. If you come early, standard 8.
Yes.
You come number 2, 7. You come number 3, 6. Number 4, 5. Like that.
Yes.
The teachers were also competing.
They were okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the teachers also, they need to work as a team.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you work as a team, the children will work as a team. Yeah.
So during this, what time did the students come to school?
Normally we started at 6.
At 6. And what time did they have their evening preps?
We started at around 5 and we ended at 6.
At 6?
Yeah.
And you're the one who's supervising the preps, the group discussions that were taking place during that time?
We were working together as teachers.
Oh, as teachers.
I was just there in charge.
Yes.
Of the whole school.
Yes, so that they can be able to forgive.
Yeah, and I remember at General Mulinge, there was one time we were the best practice in school for Machakos Teachers College. Yeah.
That is good. You did really good.
Yeah. Even I remember sometimes, like I told you, even teachers, those who were training, I sometimes differed with some of the training teachers.
Yes.
When they misbehaved.
Yes.
Some of them lacked discipline.
Yes.
I remember taking one up to the college principal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You first told them that they had a mistake.
Yeah.
And how did they react?
Well, no, they are just students.
Yes.
They are just students. They need also to be molded.
Yes.
Yeah. So the practice in schools, they should also help the principals of the colleges to train the teachers.
Yes.
Yeah, because that is after training, they will not be supervised.
Yes.
They will be teachers now.
They will be teachers now.
Yeah.
So they need to be molded at that level.
Yeah.
So did you get many training teachers from the colleges?
Yeah.
How many did you get that during that time from at General Mulinge?
Because we had 8 classes, they normally gave us 2 teachers per stream from standard 4 to 8.
Okay.
So we had that is 5. 5 you multiply by 2. That is 10. We had a group of 10.
So you had to just also you had to mold them in the teaching profession.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you taught them when they came? You know, they are coming from the college. They've not practiced. They were learning theory, right?
Yeah.
Now they have to practice in the primary school, right? What are some of the things that are needed? Did you tell? What are some of the things that you told them they should do that they did not know?
One of them is that they should be themselves disciplined.
Yes.
Number 2, they have to love the children they are teaching. Number 2, you have to teach the children. You have to prepare well so that you teach well.
Yes.
Then, if you have cases of children who don't understand, you can try to assist individuals so that the children can improve.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is wonderful. You did good.
Yeah.
So from General Mulinge, now you are promoted in 5 years.
I was promoted after 5 years
You
to
are happy.
Idayani Primary School, which had been closed by parents.
Why was it closed?
Yeah, the parents, they differed with the former head teacher.
Oh, okay.
So they closed the school.
They did not bring their children to school.
Yeah, they took their children. So it was the first time to be posted as a head teacher, and then I was posted to a school where the parents have taken away their children.
So now you had to bring back to number 1, ensure that the parents are trusting you with their children.
Yeah.
So that you can be able to bring them back to school.
Yeah.
It happens. Yeah. So what happened?
So when I went to the school, they heard that a new teacher has come. So when they had a new teacher has come, the parents came. And then after coming, I told them I need the children.
Yes.
Tukaongea na wao, and the following day, the children started coming to school.
So how did you bring out the confidence from them? How did you convince them?
I told them plainly that I am a new person.
Yes.
And I'm different from the former head teacher.
Yes.
So the head teachers are not the same.
Yes.
I've been posted here to come and teach your children. So I need the children to teach them.
Yes.
And I know my work.
Yes.
Sasa wakaniangalia wakashangaa wakasema let us bring the children and see first.
Yes.
Yeah.
The teachers were still there.
The teachers were still there.
And no children.
And no children.
So now they brought.
Lucky enough, the deputy who was there was my colleague, was a teacher at General Mulinge Primary.
Okay.
So he welcomed me. He told me all the problems. So we were able to arrest the situation.
Yes.
Very fast.
So what are the things? What are some of the items? Because maybe there is a principal, someone who's listening to this and has gone through that challenge, and is in a new station which has a few challenges that maybe you're going to talk about them. So what are some of the challenges that you found there, and how did you deal with them?
Okay. Some of the challenges is that there were complaints that the teachers were not teaching.
Yes.
The other one, maybe they were talking of levies.
Yes.
Which were illegal levies, which were not collected. So to deal with some of these, some of the things you were supposed to talk to the school management committee. Others you had to talk to the teachers, so that the teachers you can know what was happening, so that you can correct that.
Okay.
So that after you start again, then the pupils and the parents will see the teachers are different now. They have changed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So convince me. I'm a teacher who has not been teaching. Yes.
Yeah.
And you find me in that school.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm coming late. I'm not coming to my classes. There's a lot of chronic absenteeism.
Yeah.
So how can you bring me forward so that I can continue with my work?
One, I have to talk to you as a person and show you the need of teaching these children, knowing that the children do not belong to the parents. They are God's children. And the God has given you a job. So that is one. Number two, I was normally a role model. When I say let us come early, you will find me there. In fact, even the teacher on duty, they normally found me there. And I was traveling from far. In the morning, I normally walked for more than 1 hour
before
to reach that
to the school.
Yeah. And I could be there to teach at 6. So even the teachers, you don't need to tell them now. Yes. They will come.
Yes.
They will come and they get to work.
Because they've already seen an example.
Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah.
That is a good way that you arrested the problem.
Yeah.
And how did you convince the board of management to be able to agree with you and the solutions that you're coming to?
One, we sat down with them. They told me all the problems. I listed them. And then I talked to them on how we shall tackle the challenges. And we agreed together. Okay. That's very simple. When they give you their challenge, their problems, and then you list them down, and then you go through them one by one. What do? You sort them with them, because some of them it is themselves to solve them.
Yes.
And if it is payments, if it is any payment, it is the parent to pay.
Yes.
Tell me how your parents will be paying this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is good because some of them are also the parents. Now there is a parents representative.
Yeah.
Hey, that was a good way.
Yeah.
You had really been molded well. So did they improve? Did the school get more students? What happened?
Yeah, the school improved very much. Yeah, we after 3 years. After 3 years.
How many students did you have after 3 years?
After 3 years, we had around 400. It was a school of medium size, around 432.
After coming to the school, when the students are not there, you get 400.
400.
You really molded it.
Yeah. We are on exposure. The children had a problem of exposure. When they wrote composition, I saw that these children are not exposed. So I told the parents that the only way to expose our pupils to improve, it is educational tour for them.
Yes.
Which they did not agree with me. Simply because the former head teacher had collected money for a trip which never materialized. So mwalimu akatoroka na pesa, walimu wakakaa barabarani wakingojea bus the whole day.
The whole day?
Yeah. So to convince them, they say this is not in life. And I told them, this is a different way. Yes. Let me try it. Yes. Yeah. I said, even the teachers, I collected the money myself. I organized for transport, everything. I did everything. And in fact, because I also maybe I can hire a bus or a reliable people who might pay me and they pay another time. Then that will be there for me. So I hired a bus, a reliable company. That time it was a cover public transport, a bus. So the bus, I told them I had a problem. I paid them all the money. I told them this was a problem. They had a trip with me. So I don't want to pay me. So they told me there is no problem. Even if there is a wet one in the school, the bus will come. And they it will be left to organize. I don't want to go to the bus. They got the bus here. So even those children already and then the whole area, even the community, they want that. What has been supported? I have a bus. That was one. They never seen that. Okay,
so they had trust in you.
Yeah. So they had great trust in me. So the second year, my mom was listening. Yeah. Nikisema hiyo wanafanya. Watoto nikisema hiyo wanafanya.
Yes.
And the performance improved. Yeah.
So from there, where did you go?
Then after 3 years, that was in 1999, I was moved without my will.
Yes.
I liked to stay in the Daidi primary school because I found it in mess and I have decorated, so I wanted to stay there for a longer period.
We were comfortable there.
So I was moved to another school, which was also chaotic.
What had happened to this school?
They had also differed with the head teacher.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was swapped with him.
Yes.
I was swapped with him, and imagine this school was 432. I was posted to a school of 736. 736. That was the second largest school in Kadhiani sub-county. So I wondered how I will make it.
That was a promotion. That was because these were double.
Yeah. So when I went there, I started, and some of the challenges, there was a challenge of infrastructure. I talked with the parents. After a week, 1 month, I found that the infrastructure, the parents are poor. They cannot make it because the school had stayed for a long time without repairs.
Okay.
So I had to look for help elsewhere.
Okay.
So I learned that there was a father of that area.
Okay.
I talked to him. We applied for donation through the Catholic Church.
Okay.
All the way from Rome. 2002, we got 630,000. When we talk of 630,000, from then, today it is 6.3 million.
So you got the grant?
We got the grant.
That's good.
And because of that grant, we had a shortage of classrooms. We built a block of four classrooms with that 630, and we repaired all other infrastructure in the school. Yeah.
That was good.
With that, everybody trusted me, even the father himself. So I had easy time now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you used the finances well.
Yeah.
So the grants were also able to pay for the school fees of the children who were not there?
No,
who could not afford, that is.
That time they were not paying anything.
They were not paying. Oh, there was the free education.
There was no, by then, before then, there was no free education.
Okay.
The wazazi walikuwa wanatoa. People, parents were contributing.
They were just contributing.
Yeah.
And these are large. What are the challenges? Because this is a larger school than your previous one. Another challenge?
Challenge is managing a big school. You need to put the teachers together. Because a big school, you need to work together.
Yes.
One, you have also to be able to delegate well.
Yes.
So the class teacher must be fully responsible for the classroom.
Yes.
All areas, discipline, academic, and everything. So I used to tell them, you must have a good record of your classroom.
Yes.
When we have a meeting, I gave every teacher to give a report of the class. That was first agenda.
Yes.
You give us the report of the class and your challenges.
Your challenges, okay.
So that I record them.
Yes.
So that now, if there are some of the challenges will involve the parents.
Yes.
Some will involve the school management committee.
Yes.
Even some others will involve the administration.
Yes. True.
Yeah. Yeah. So I delegated the teachers fully. Number two, we had the senior teacher. Any case, from the classroom to the senior teacher.
Yes.
From the senior teacher to the deputy. In fact, it's such a big school. I could even finish a week without handling a pupil's case.
Oh, yes.
And they normally knew if it is a case which is reaching my office, obvious needs the parent.
Yes.
So automatically the child knew. When you arrive at the head teacher's office, you must go for the parent.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Oh, if the teachers work together, kila mtu akifanya ile kazi yake vizuri, it makes other teachers work. It makes other teachers work easier.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
And so you would put in those structures.
Yeah, you must put in those structures.
Yes, that's
so if the teacher in the classroom, even the teacher in the classrooms, I told them it is you, not the deputy. It is you to ensure that your children are taught. So you must make sure all the teachers who are supposed to teach your class, they have taught. If they have not taught, you must be the first person to report. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
How there are very many cases, because this was a big school, there are usually very many cases of absenteeism.
Yeah.
Is there absenteeism still? How did you curb absenteeism?
Absenteeism, I normally told the teachers, the class teachers, they had to put a record on absenteeism.
Yes.
So if a child is absent for at least 3 times, 3 days, then that case should be forwarded. Okay. So that we send for the parent.
Yes. So tell me about, you were telling me about absenteeism.
Yeah.
So you told me it was being recorded.
Yeah.
And then after being recorded?
Yeah, if it is thrice,
chronic, yes.
Thrice we send for the parent.
Oh.
Because the cause might be the parent.
The parent.
Yeah.
And what did some of the parents say?
Some of the parents, even some of the parents, they caused some children to be absent. Mtoto analala jaa, you think the child will come to school?
No.
Yeah. Maybe the child has a torn trouser.
Yes.
Or dress.
Yes.
So that is the parent's problem. Yes. You have to correct it from the parent, not the child.
And now the parents said, why have they not bought good clothes?
Yeah, we normally force them. Huyu mtoto lazima awe na nguo. Kwanza zingine tulikuwa tunawaambia no, it will not be repaired. Let it be repaired, and then after 1 week, the child should have a new dress.
So the parent did.
Kwa sababu hii the repairs also especially for girls inaleta shida. Mtoto wa kike akiwa na nguo imeraruka hawezi kusoma, unakuta saa yote anashika mahali imepasuka.
True.
So you have to correct that from the parents. Na saa zingine you must push them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they do not see the need.
Yeah. Even some others, if they don't do it, I normally used the administration.
Oh, yes.
I cooperate with the assistant chief.
Yes.
Call these parents. Mwambie I have no uniform.
Yes.
And control.
Yeah, that was good because that is normally the most recurring problem at that level.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was there any other challenge that was prominent in a big school?
The challenge is performance.
Performance, yes.
When the children are many, you have to tighten the belts.
Okay.
Because you will find that the good ones, you find a quarter, average, a quarter, then you have another quarter somewhere there, and then you have another quarter. So you have to find ways of, sometimes you group them, you group the children according to their ability, so that you can push those who are not performing well. Yeah. Also, even sometimes you use those who are doing very well to be leaders of those groups. Okay. Wanawasomesha. Yeah. Okay. You make your own teachers from the students.
They understand better because they are fellow students.
Yeah, because they are fellow students. Yeah. Like when we have remedials, you want the wakati, you use those teachers. Yeah. True. Yeah.
And they improved well.
They improved.
They improved.
Yeah.
And it was a big school, yes.
Yeah.
So they improved. So that is from there you went to which other school?
Then from there I stayed in Mboni Primary School. That was Mboni Primary School.
Yes.
For 10 years.
10 years.
And at the same school I started at secondary school, which I ran for 3 years before the first principal by the name Mr. Mutua from Tower was posted.
So you started.
So I was running the two schools simultaneous, concurrent. A secondary school and a primary school in the same compound.
So how did you start this school?
And then you went to the secondary school, all the teachers were PTA teachers. Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah. The first TSC teacher was the principal, who came when they were joining Form 3.
Form 3?
Yeah.
So where did you get the idea to start a secondary school?
Normally the area, as I told you, it was a popular school.
Yes.
With 736.
Yes.
We saw the transition from the primary and the poverty of the community.
Yes. So
I thought the best way is to have a day secondary school in the same community, so that we have we improve the transition to secondary school. You know, these days even that's why the government before we started this one transition, 100% transition, there was that problem. What most of the children were not continuing the secondary education. True. And that's a major problem because a primary school child, when she completes standard 8, the environment is just the community. But when someone has gone even to Form 4, asipate chochote, that is a national Kenya. That person can go anywhere in Kenya, all over the world.
Hey, that is good.
Yeah.
So you began this...
Ukitaka kuondoa ile mashida iko katika kijiji, watoto wasome waende wapite Form 4.
True.
Yeah.
They will also give back.
Mambo ya kuiba kuku, mbuzi inaisha. Mambo ya kuiba chakula ati kuku chakula inaibwa, hiyo inaisha.
Kweli.
Yeah.
Kweli. So now if let's say a parent doesn't want to bring their children to school, how did you ensure they brought back their children to school? Because some of them don't want them to come to school, they want them to work maybe in their shamba.
Yeah.
And now you want to arrest that problem of insecurity. If the child doesn't mourn, maybe they become thieves. How do you convince the parents they should bring their children, those ones who are not bringing their children to school, during that time?
During that time, the best way, we used the pupils.
Okay.
We have a meeting or during assembly. We want a list of those children who won't come to school.
Okay.
So we have a list.
Yes.
Then after getting the list, we call our parents baraza. You announce these children should be in school. And then you give a deadline. If they don't, then you use the administration.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And then normally you bring them back.
Okay.
Huyo mtoto serikali ikitangaza, when the assistant chief says nikikupata nje utaona, they will come.
They'll come.
Yeah.
So now let's go back to the secondary school. When you began the secondary school, the Form 1 students came from your school, or they came all over?
They came from the school and the other surrounding schools.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now, how did you source teachers?
We normally called them. We advertised interviews, and we employed them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you used the same method you're using in primary school to mold the teachers in the secondary school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you did not have any personal life, because now you have two schools that are running simultaneously?
Normally,
and you're only one.
Normally it's a sacrifice.
It's a sacrifice.
Most primary school, most of the secondary schools, even today, they are normally started by the primary school head teacher.
Yes.
Yeah, they are nakaribiana sana na community.
Okay.
So it is you to show the community the need of a secondary school.
Okay.
And if you don't have interest, you can't, because it is a sacrifice. Because even if you do all that work, nobody will pay you.
Yes.
Yeah, it is only God.
Yes, it's only
Hakuna mtu atakulipa.
True.
Hata hiyo kazi nilifanya hakuna kitu nilikuwa napatiwa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because now you love teaching. That's
wazazi kukuambia mwalimu umetufanyia vizuri. After realizing this one has changed and it has become easier. You know, by that time, not like nowadays when the students are supported by the bursaries from the government. Some could not take children to school. But when you bring a secondary school there, they will be able. And then you show them. Hata yule anafanya ile kazi ya barua ya kila siku. Do this well, leta 200. Walikuwa wanaleta hata 100. Fees.
100.
Ukimaliza kibarua umepata 200, leta 100. Lingine ya chakula. Na by the end of the month amelipa kiwango cha fees.
Yes.
Ile ya shule.
Okay.
Yeah.
You really sacrifice, because now as a head teacher, you need to go to the meetings of the primary schools and also the secondary schools.
It is a sacrifice.
It is a sacrifice.
Na kama una kule kutaka kufanya vizuri, you cannot do it.
Okay.
You expect to pay, you are not going to do any more.
Yes.
More than what you are expecting.
Okay.
That is extra.
That's extra.
Yeah.
And you have to be willing to do.
You have to be willing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from
and that's why I told you I liked the job. Ndio nilikuwa nataka watoto wasome. So after we normally at that school we are registering not less than 60 candidates. So imagine is registering 60 for KCP. And after they do the KCP, only 20 parents managed to get back to second. 40 are lost in the village. This is a class plus.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
that's why I came with the idea of starting a secondary school there.
So they went there.
Yeah.
They also saw the need.
Transition, which was almost 99%.
That is good.
Yeah.
And how did you get the labs? Because you know, secondary school needs something like a laboratory. Or first you practice in the class.
by that time, we had a room.
Yes.
That one which was constructed during the 844 system,
yes.
It was called a workshop.
Yes.
We gave them to be used as a lab for the time being.
Okay, for the time being.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
So students came. That's why now the TSC had to send out a teacher.
Yeah.
Because now you had done one.
And then pushing to get a principal for a secondary school. It was also the job of the primary school head teacher, and it was not easy.
Because every school needs one. So you had to keep on going to them and reminding them.
Unaenda kule unazungushwa. Then you are depending on Azianga. Why did they start this secondary school?
Oh, okay, yes. Yes, and by God's grace they helped you.
Yeah, imagine 2 years.
2 years.
2 years unang'ang'ana.
Okay.
And you hoped that maybe by the time you get to the Form 1s, a principal will be posted.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long did you take to get a principal? So when did you start sourcing for a principal for that school?
Immediately you get the Form 1s. That is because now it has become a school.
Yes.
When you have constructed the classroom, is an office, you have the Form 1 intake.
Yes.
Then that is the time you start.
So it took 3 years.
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah. 2 years, 3 months.
And where did you get the money to construct?
I mobilized. I used that father of that area.
Okay.
Yeah.
To source the
We made an arambi. We built the first classroom.
Okay.
And fortunately, that's the time when the president became the president.
Okay.
Then we started the free primary education, free education.
Free education.
So the other classrooms were built through CDF. Every year they were constructing one.
Yes.
After they built the 4 classrooms, they started building the offices, the workshops, the labs. Yeah.
Okay.
It is a big school now.
Yeah, that
It
is
is. It is a boarding stock day.
So you are a pioneer.
Yeah.
Of that school.
Yeah.
You see, you've changed your life. We need people like
And I like that. I meet with people who have learned in that secondary school. Wakaniambia wewe ulituambia tutaenda Kanaani. Na kweli tulifika.
True.
Yeah.
True indeed.
Unajua watoto walikuwa wanashangaa. Hii shule tunasomea hapa kweli. We shall we be like other students in other secondary schools. Wanasema, to get pioneer students is also not easy. Hakuna mtoto anataka kuanzia pale. Hakuna mzazi anataka kuanzia pale. You need to convince them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is good. So from there.
Then that was 10 years in Mbuni. Then after those 10 years, I was transferred to Ikoleni Primary School. Ikoleni Primary School is just next to Mikuini, the school just next here. Our neighbors. Yeah. That is 2009.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the performance was also good.
It was not badly off. It was average.
It was average.
Yeah.
So did you find some challenges there too?
The challenges, I don't know. The office maybe had known. Kazi yako ni kuamua mahali kunakwama.
Yes.
The school had also differed with the head teacher.
Yes.
They had changed the head teacher.
So you went there again?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I went there. We started. Yeah. And after 1 year, I found the same problem as at Mbuni. The transition from the primary to secondary, it was very poor.
It was very poor, yes.
And because it was very poor, I had that experience of starting with the Mbuni Secondary School.
Yes.
I also advised them. We started a secondary school.
Yes.
And I was the pioneer also of the Ikoleni Secondary School. Ile iko hapa juu.
Yes.
Mimi nilianzisha. That was during the when Honorable Our Excellency Wavinya Ndeti was the MP for Kariani.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How did she help?
He gave us the first 1 million shillings to construct 2 classrooms.
Hey, that was good.
Yeah.
Did you source any other funds from anyone from the government?
No.
Okay.
It was only CDF.
Oh.
The other one was support from the community.
The community.
They provided labor and local materials.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you stayed there up to the time for retirement?
Yeah. Then from 2009, I was there. In fact, when I started sourcing for the principal, it was like that Mr. Kitapi, who is the principal there, was a teacher here at Miguin, and he was my friend.
Okay.
And by then he had already been transferred as a deputy at Memorial.
Yes.
Yeah. So when I went to the office, because they normally ask, "What's your choice?" By that time we really was good. Nikasema Mr. Kitapi. Yeah.
So they.
Wakamleta. He is still there.
Oh, that is
He's
good.
still the principal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know.
Then after that, time was up.
Yes.
9 years at Ikoleni. When the secondary is also done from 3 times, I had to retire. So I retired on 30th June 2018.
2018.
Yeah.
So after retirement, were you done for a party? I hear people are done for party.
Yeah, a big one.
A big.
Nitakuletea hapa album one.
Okay. That is.
Nitakuletea album hapa. They liked me.
That is.
Watu walikuwa wanashangaa wanasema mwalimu anatuambia you are retiring. You are too young to retire.
Yes.
Nikamwambia sio kuangalia. Unaangalia ID ndio hii. Someni. Na nikawaambia ile miaka nimefanya kazi, nikamwambia ongezeni ile nilisoma na ile nilizaliwa. Ananiambia kweli imefika.
Sawa.
Yeah.
Now from there we go to, before we go to your time, we go back to when you started your work in teaching.
Yeah.
What was your first salary?
Oh, first salary. Back in 1980.
Yes.
The first salary was 665.
665.
5 shillings only. And after taxes, you were getting roughly 585, 580.
And you used to use that money?
It was a lot of money. Yeah.
Because
that time I was working down at Kikwezi. I used to pay fare. I used to pay rent for a house. I used to use that money until the end of the money. I was not borrowing fare.
Okay.
I was coming to Machakos to get my next salary while I had also money in my pocket.
That was good.
And by the way, we were paid cash.
Yes.
Ikifika siku ya mshahara ni Machakos mnapanga laini. Pale kwa DO. Yeah.
Yeah. That was different.
Then when I went to college, that was 1980, the same year. Ikaongezeka ikakuja 85.
So you were very happy.
Watu wale waliwacha field wakaniambia, "You are going to college, money has come." 85. One of them was my cousin. Yes. I am here, you have got, then money has come.
Yes.
So I trained for 2 years. After that, I graduated as a P1 teacher. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
And then, by then we were paid 1,440 shillings only. That was a lot of money.
Yeah.
Remember, most of the schools had P2,
yes.
P3,
yes.
P4. P1s were very rare in a school. In fact, the first school I was posted, Keaoni Primary, I was the first P1 teacher to be posted here. The head teacher was a P2 teacher.
That was true.
And the difference was big. The margin between the P2 and the P1.
Yes.
Ilikuwa kubwa.
But how did you think about going back to school and you did not look at the money that other people were getting because you?
No, I wanted to train because I liked the job.
Yes. That is.
Niliacha kwa sababu when I was employed, immediately there was registration for colleges, and there were no interviews by then.
Yes.
They were just listing, and then after that, you are placed in colleges.
Yes.
Yeah. So I registered immediately. Tuliingia tukaambiwa wale walikuwa wamekaa because there were so many untrained teachers.
Yes.
Ambiwa register, wanakataa. I immediately registered.
Yes.
That is why I worked as a youth untrained teacher for only 2.5 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you had the.
Nilipitia tu.
That is good. You went back to school.
Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah.
Because now even your life changed.
So from a P1 teacher, I was promoted. By the time I retired, I was an approved teacher.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
So over the years, you've been paid different amounts of salary. It was increasing.
Yeah.
So how can you urge a teacher to use their money? How can they manage actually their money?
Yeah. The money you get, I know. Most of the people say teachers do not have much money.
Yes.
But normally the little you get, God blesses it. Use it well.
Okay.
Use it well. And plan your life. Know that one day you'll retire. Yeah. The other thing is, most of the teachers, I don't know whether teachers or it's our youth, they don't want to get married early. If you are going to get married, marry early, you rear your children early, let them school, finish school before you retire.
True.
Yeah. And then you will be a happy person.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
because as at now, sina mtoto wa kuangalia. Sina mtoto wa kutafutia chakula. Ni mimi tu na bibi wawili.
Which is good.
The last born graduated from Maseno University. Lucky enough, my last born was admitted in my college, my college where I was.
Yes. So you were happy when
alikuwa ananiuliza hii iko wapi, nikamwambia nitakupeleka huko. When I took him there, show him even the dormitory where I was sleeping, the classroom. Yeah.
So managing the amount of money that, or the salary that you've been getting.
Yeah.
Are there other side incomes that you'll be able to build over the years as you were a teacher?
Yeah, you have to invest.
Yes. What did you invest?
You can buy land.
Yes.
Yeah, you can start other activities like farming.
Farming.
Yeah.
So when did you farm? During the holidays or during evenings or weekends? When did you farm?
Yeah, during the after work, when I'm far, when you employ someone, then you plant crops which do not need a lot of care.
So now that you have already retired, yes, is the pension money enough, or you still use the investments that you made earlier?
No, the money is not enough.
Okay.
Because when you retire,
of course.
When you retire, the needs, your needs, normally they don't end there.
Yes, true.
So normally you have to have something to. The pension is not enough. You need some other sources for your upkeep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usio wakati unazaa watoto wako watakusaidia. By the time when you retire, they will be pressed financially than you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, true.
Yo wale wamepeleka watoto katika ECD. Ile fees wanalipa, hiyo ndio tulikuwa haya hiyo iko juu kuliko ile tulikuwa tunalipa secondary. Yeah. So they are very much pressed. Sasa zingine wazazi they blame their children. Asio kupenda kwao. House rent iko juu kabisa. All the other things ziko juu kabisa. So at least you yourself, you must also be found. Jikaze. When you retire, you are not tired. Yeah. True. Don't be tired and tired. And don't retire and be tired. Yeah.
So what can you advise those people who have retired? What activities can they practice? What activities, your daily practices that are able to sustain you now after retirement? What are some of the activities that they involved in, or what some of the jobs? What do you think they can do after retirement?
Yeah, when you retire, at least you don't do things which you don't know.
Yes.
So make sure what you do is something which you have a knowledge, or if you don't have a knowledge, get the knowledge from somebody who is experienced.
Yes.
And it must be your hobby. Ni kitu unapenda, usichague kitu ambacho upendi. Because somewhere they end up in business which they don't know, they have not practiced, and they mess up.
Yes.
That's the end.
True.
You are born with the business. Itasha na nani?
True.
Okay, then you have to choose a business, some activity like farming, and then you have to also see how much does it need from you.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't need to have the ones which are too strenuous for you. Because you have been working. So wewe unaamuka usiku. Unatoka hapa saa 3 na unaamuka saa 10. Don't take yourself back to that situation. You are just your hours.
Yes.
Because your needs now, watoto wako wamesoma. Umemalizana na watoto. You need to work for less hours to stay healthy and longer.
Okay.
Mungu atakubariki. When you also take care of yourself.
Yes. True.
Lakini sasa nitoke mimi na niende nikaandikwe kazi ya usiku. Nitaweza? Yeah, you can't. You can't.
Yes.
So that is why I say someone a friend of mine came for me, came for me to employ me as a teacher in a private school.
Okay.
Now you can't imagine a private school where a body it is 24/7.
True.
Na mimi nilikuwa naamuka saa 10 na ninatoka saa 11. Sasa niende ya 24/7. I'm bored. Zinaisha.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
Kila kingine you need to adjust. Hii patient ni kidogo. But when you adjust, because most of the major things you have done.
Yes.
Usipende mambo mengi when you have retired. You just adjust. Squeeze your budget. Yeah. Accept that I have retired. Na kama ni gari sikununua, sasa usianze kuota ndoto za kununua. Utakufa.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So what are the things that you can tell them about retirement that they do not know? Okay. To prepare themselves for retirement. The teachers who are in the teaching profession who think they are maybe too young to think about their retirement. What should they do now to prepare themselves for retirement?
Yeah, they should use the income they get well. You save, maybe you save in these circles. They also help. Because when you get into a circle, you can get a loan, you can buy a house, you can also buy a farm. Those are the things which will assist you.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, when you have some hope of finance coming to you, you stay longer.
True.
Yeah.
Yes, stay longer.
The hope keeps us going. If you don't have hope, that will be your end.
Yes.
You must hope that after retirement, life will continue.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hope is good. But also some people don't accept it. I think that's why.
That's a major problem.
Oh, that's a major
Majority of the teachers after leaving the work, not even the teachers. Teachers are lucky.
Yes.
They stay longer. From other professions, they don't take long. 2-3 years they are gone. Yeah. But the teachers are lucky because their working environment is almost the same.
True.
And they are used to stay with their community. Kama shule kama hapa, like a school here, it's like a community.
Yes.
Here you are surrounded with the students.
Yes.
You have teachers.
Yes.
Kwa hivyo, the community is like that.
Okay.
So that will assist you very much when you leave work.
Yes. Because
but someone who has been working in town,
yes,
anatoka huko rural, anakuja rural. Well, you can stay here without taking meat for a week.
Yes, true.
Yule mtu amezoea Nairobi, hawezi kulala bila nyama. Aje hapa, amalize wiki moja, wiki mbili, mwaka utaisha. Taisha. So the teachers are very advantaged because their working environment is also their retirement environment. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, as we wind up, I want you to encourage a student who is about to go to the university, or a secondary school student who is maybe 16 or 14 years, to encourage them to teaching. What good thing can you tell them about teaching? What is the good thing about teaching?
Okay, those who are in secondary or they are in universities, they want to join teaching, it is a good job.
Yes.
One, they accept it because teaching is a call.
Yes.
So when they are called, they must accept that. And they need to serve the people. Serving the people is serving God. And that is why teachers, when they get little pay, they end up to be blessed. They stay longer on the earth.
Yes. True.
And on top of that, without getting that much money, God blesses them. God blesses you, your children. If you teach these students well, nakwambia ukweli, hata watoto wako watasoma. If you stay here in the office, you don't teach the children, yours will not learn.
True.
Wataacha shule, watakusumbua. Yeah. So wakati when you do service to these children well, God will also see you. He will bless you. Yeah.
True.
Your family plus your work, He will bless the little you get. It will be more. It will multiply. Yeah. Through many ways. Yeah. Kwa hivyo wasione ule mshahara tu. Don't look at just that salary. Yeah.
There are a lot of other benefits.
There are no benefits.
Yes.
One name and grace. It is there.
Yes. Yes.
Yaani ukuje mtu amefanya kazi mahali pengine na uite walimu sasa, the retired teachers. You will see the difference.
Yes.
Hapa ukiitana this village, retired teachers and the other professions, utakuta walimu ni wengi.
Okay. True. True.
Mta walimu ni wengi.
So I want to thank you really because of being a service to the whole community at large, the whole of Kenya, because you've taught for 38 years.
Yeah.
And I want to encourage you to continue the same spirit. That was just the beginning.
Yeah.
As you're retiring, you can educate. You see, you're educating other people about the good about teaching.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you on behalf of everyone. We are really lucky to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.